We have a quick public service announcement to make. Ladies and gentlemen, after this, the night is not done. We have the semifinals of the free-for-all as well as the finals. Now, we have two pretty even matchups here, and we want you guys to decide. So tweet FFA1 or FFA2 or tweet at poll. FFA1, Bravo, could you do the honors of reading who will be in that, please?
Absolutely. I'll read these slowly so you guys can choose which free-for-all you'd like to see tonight. The first free-for-all, FFA1, will have Royal 2, Formal, Snipe Down, Reliable, Roy, Russo, Snakebite, and Fantasy. So Fantasy, the only name I don't recognize there,
yeah.
Sneaking in there. That's free-for-all 1. Gandhi, what's free-for-all 2?
And on free-for-all 2, we have Akuzum, Strong Side, Assault, Deathy, Best Man, Ogre 2, Enable, and Maniac. Now, please do that. That is going to be free-for-all 2. Now, more importantly, this is when Instinct made their miraculous comeback versus Classic, was King of the Hill on Battle Canyon. Give it up for Str8 Rippin Apex, guys. Let's have an awesome Saturday night here. Make some noise. Let's try to get a fire lit under them. And with that said, game number 3 is about to start.
Let's go, Red Boy!
Or it is not. They are going to be hydrating and hanging out.
Always a good idea, Scott.
Always good. Water is your friend.
Definitely.
H2O. Gatorade is not better.
But one thing I do think is interesting, along with this hydration, is also why did Str8 pick this Battle Canyon King?
You're preaching to the choir, man.
I don't know either, but one thing I did notice that I think might be the truth is that Str8 knows how to hold this map. We saw it do it once. They can control it, so we're going to jump into gameplay right now.
King of the Hill.
Starting off with Ninja here on the blue side. We'll see once again how their opening strategy works out. They might go for Sniper here. Ninja moving into the caves. Very different opening here, of course, as you see a little bit of game lag there. Shooting from the caves to the caves. For you guys who don't know, playing here, for some reason within the engine of Halo Reach, it's a little bit of lag if you're shooting from each cave to the other cave. Very interesting to note. It creates very interesting battles because you're shooting bottom middle so often.
Yeah, very, very interesting, Bravo. That is why we have your YouTube and all that stuff. You can inform us on everything. Bravo, now with Walshy, we kind of got into it a little bit, but really, what is the final goal to control this bottom middle hill? What's the setup you're looking for?
In my opinion, one thing you definitely want is the Rocket Arch. It makes it a little bit difficult with these fast-paced King of the Hill spawns, but definitely getting the Rocket Arch and the top of the base, obviously on red side. But you can also do it with blue, top of the control. But one thing that we were just talking about that I really like is cave control. You know, it's very hard, nearly impossible to get hill time if there's players shooting you from the caves. There's 2 plasma that spawn in the caves, so you can slowly just take your time and keep nading the hill. As long as you have help, you can really, with just those plasmas alone and sitting in the cave, you can take 10, 15 seconds away from the team, especially if the team is there.
Now we are actually seeing the needle rifle. It is so unique to see it actually shoot and without players having to pace it. It was so weird to me. Hines even was kind of caught off guard. He's like, wait, is this still Bloom? I'm not sure what I'm doing with this thing. So T-Squared's going to be caught up in the sniper turret, or he is not taken down yet. He is just still hanging out in blue snipe, and finally he will be killed. It is 31-2, and you have to question the decision-making here. But then again, looking at ambush, Formal is one of those players who, if he gets a sniper set up in Nexus, he can definitely do a lot of damage, and it's much harder to take back one of those hills.
Yeah, and I think personally as a coach, Nexus is more of an annoying game type of coach, if you will, because it can get very frustrating when you're getting those bad closet spawns on Nexus and the hills all the way across the map. You have to have so much discipline as a professional Halo player or as a professional Halo coach to say, hey guys, wait, we really have to take our time here. And honestly, that's really, even a lot of the pro teams here, they have trouble taking their time when they're pushing out. So on Beaver Creek, you have a much smaller map, so maybe Str8 kind of hoping that they can utilize that map control that they started to get at the end of last game and really grab some time here and there, milking some time and just trying to stay in it with ambush.
A great grenade by Richie Hines. In case you guys were wondering, all you have to do is bank that right in the middle of top red, and it will damage anyone who is in the hill. And because of that, he stopped them from getting hill. And now here comes the push. All 4 members alive for Team Ambush. On the other side, Str8 Rippin only 2 members up, and they did have full red control. Bravo. What are they doing wrong with this hill?
So remember, guys, if you do still want to vote for the free-for-all, keep in mind that Strong said is in that free-for-all. He's going to go ahead and be in free-for-all 2. You can go ahead and tweet or text FFA2 to add poll.
Now, Bravo, before our producer completely interrupted us and you had to answer that question, the audacity of Corey Dunn these days, codcasters, you know? Now, nonetheless, what was Str8 Rippin doing wrong? They were so dominant in that first game we casted on them of holding red base, but it seems they can't do that against Ambush.
Right. I think it just might be that Ambush has played so much coming out of this tournament. You know, they're so well versed in all of these game types. I know I saw them playing the new maps right when they came out, so I'm really expecting them to have near flawless gameplay.
T-Squared's going to miss a huge rocket here, but luckily for him, the rockets will now be empty. We have snipers spawning up at both sniper turrets, and now it is just time to wait and see, and because this hill will be moving into the middle of the map.
So now jumping on with T2, he's here. He's going to want to, shooting his teammate off of the spawn, but he's going to go ahead and grab this sniper and maybe get into a little sniper battle here, but he gets flanked, so he's taken out. And what I think was really interesting this game, Scott, is what we saw was Ambush with a really good start once again, but Str8 has kind of gotten right back in this. They're not down by much.
Not at all. But really, you know, Beaver Creek, King of the Hill is one of those games that can go back and forth, but nonetheless, we are going to jump on board with my son Formal here, as he is going to be putting shots down on Mikwin. He has 2 of them, and now he will turn his aim and now be able to take out Strongside. He is doing an excellent job, and now finally he will be cleaned up, and this gives Str8 Rippin a decent opportunity to get some hill time, although T-Squared has found a random sniper laying amongst the grassy knoll of Battle Canyon, and he's just going to get that and reposition himself top blue.
Right, he really looked through the weeds there, you know, to see that sniper. He probably saw the barrel sticking out there, so dug around a little bit, maybe got on his hands and knees, and he pulled that out. We'll see if he's able to make anything happen there. But right now we're looking at Formal, who's been a pretty solid player throughout this entire tournament. FFA obviously included now. He sees 2 members of Str8. He might dip out of there. A smart play. I like that. You know, not playing too aggressive, just putting in as many shots as he can. He still stayed full shields. Obviously, it's no scope there. Nice double no scope there from T-Squared. You know, he is not out yet. They're almost down by half the score, but they're going to want to stay in this through the whole series.
And this is exactly how it went with Instinct vs. Classic, and I hate to compare it to it, but it's really the best scenario here. They were down 2-0 as well, and it was this game type that gave them the momentum to go into Game 4 and also come into that Game 5. T-Squared needs to be hitting those shots. There is no excuse to be missing a shot like that.
Right, I agree, and you really have to make the best of every single situation, especially when you're down. Take a look at these numbers. Ambush's lead is only increasing. You really have to make the most of every single push, every single play, and every single snipe at this level. If you want to go, if he wants to beat Ambush, you know, he can't be missing snipes like that, like you said.
T-Squared now will actually have the T-Squared combo. I wish I was going out to the crowd, so that would have been a decent chuckle at least. But so ironic, you know? But now, you know, he has evolved as a player, and now he will actually drop the sniper, and he will spot one of the members of Ambush, miss that rocket, and now he just has to take his time. He knows there's someone hiding around here somewhere.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. You see, he didn't get that kill. Ninja actually got killed by APG, and now he still looks for him, and he actually takes out Formal. Might take out the hill guy, probably will do that. Wants to stay alive here. Might push back out because he knows that player had a shot or 2, but I like this idea. T-Squared controlling the back of the base. Arguably just as important as the top of the base in a time like that.
And from everything that I've noticed thus far, it's top blue. Even when you're controlling this hill, you just get shot down so effortlessly, it seems, because you have top arch, you have people just flying through the middle of the map. Blue is just such a humongous disadvantage that I'm surprised any blue team would even pick this map.
Right, I mean, you see T-Squared there getting a little bit frustrated. They got backwhacked. Talking about blue, it's just that there's so, especially if a team is timing that team shot, if you're getting shot from so many different angles, it's really difficult to stay alive, and that base really doesn't have as much value as red, and I think people are starting to learn about how much this you know, asymmetrical map is kind of affecting competitive play.
I love Formal for this. That's such a good play. 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a lot of players try to keep out that sniper and go for a flashy play. Formal's going to be able to take out 3 members because he switched to his DMR, cleaned up 2 kills, helped his teammates, and then he got that body shot on Ninja in the middle of the map. Will he go for the ace? Yeah.
Wow.
So pinpoint accuracy.
He says, you
here.
can't grenade me.
Yeah. Don't even try.
So nice job there. You see doing a little bit of crouch happy hopping in the hill. He knows his team is now.
Gandhi hopping, man. Come on.
Ooh, and he gets a betrayal from APG. The crowd goes wild for the betrayal. But luckily, and also a Walshy Chan emerges out of nowhere.
I'm not sure how that pertains to anything that's going on, but I'll condone it.
I think Walsh is actually backstage here. He got a little chuckle from that.
He's actually blushing. He looks like a little schoolgirl. He went like, he put his hands in his face and he was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, he loves you guys, and the support you show him has been awesome, and the support you've been showing him has been great, as I was saying, and the support you've been showing this game is even more impressive. So thank you all of you guys who are watching at home. Please continue to post to Facebook and post to Twitter. Tell all your friends to watch the stream. We have great numbers here. Our attendance is awesome in Columbus, and we'd love to have those stream numbers as high as possible.
Absolutely. So T-Squared is going to be able to pick up a double kill into this hill and stop Ambush from just racking up these points. They almost have double the amount of hill time of the Str8 Rippin squad, and now it's really Str8's time to shine here. They have to do everything flawlessly because this hill will be going to red, and as it stands, Ambush is in a position to get this hill.
You see that nade that just flew over Heinz's head? It went into the Magnum. I think it took forever to blow up. That was really weird. It actually might get him killed here.
What is this?
Yeah, if he had landed that melee, it might have been able to do that. But as you were saying, Ambush's lead is just growing incrementally because I don't think Str8 is really on top of this. We have T-Squared with the Rockets now pushing into hill. Looks like he's going to be able to take out Formal, but he's going to take it out bottom middle. Ooh, nice shots there, Milk.
Oh, yeah.
I spoke too soon. Sometimes it's something, Scott, that I want to talk about is sometimes you can run right through the bottom middle. You can hang out there for a while and you won't get shot by a single person. But sometimes, you get shot by 5 people. So it's very interesting to see. You never know what you're going to get when you go bottom middle.
Yep, it's one of those it's a gamble.
Right,
just
it's like
everything else. As soon as you run out of the front of the base, you get that adrenaline rush. You're like, are they going to spot me? If not, I'm going to have the most epic flank of all time.
Right. So now we're going on Ninja's death screen here. His team is down by quite a bit. We might want to do perhaps an Astro listen-in to maybe hear how these guys are going to try to get back into this game.
And they were nope, never mind.
Running Creek.
And behind me, after the pistol.
You got a double.
He's one shot now.
He's one shot. Let's go. Only got time. Only got same spot. I'm leaving.
He's one shot. I got double team. Dude, he took back out.
Top right. He's Bobby.
He's in Creek. APG.
Behind me.
Follow March.
I got APG. The other guy. Top rocket arch. I died. Top rocket arch and inside red. One shot inside red. One shot inside red. Heinz. Going red needles.
I have a sniper.
All red.
He's going to be front red, Mike. And then top rocket arch.
Inside
Red right now. I'm 40.
I have one more. Nice.
Window, guys.
He's on Creek.
Red needle, I'm getting help.
He's in Creek. I'm staying alive.
Red needle!
Red needle, Heinz.
I needed it. This guy, watch front red on me. That's him.
Where,
One
guys?
shot from red. I died in hill.
He's
Two dead. Get hill.
We need to be
In hill. Guys, he's red needle. He needs help.
Got him.
Red needle.
Shot inside there. Idiot.
Two down, guys.
Watch shotties.
Two guys, blue shotty.
In river.
Two blue shotty.
Gold shot still.
Blue shotty.
Gold shot
Two
still.
blue shotty.
One shot shotties.
Hold it.
Got him. Nice. Top red.
Top red.
And then they're gonna charge. Rock, behind me.
Weapons in 20.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
In hill. Two dead and
I
one
got
in hill.
naded. I got naded.
I'm one shot. I stay alive. One shot in hill. I hit him with that nade.
Rockets and sniper in 10 seconds, guys.
Doing fucking so much better. Let's go. Front red right now. So I think he's going rocket or something.
Top red.
In hill. Heinz, no.
Top red.
And hill still
Top
Heinz.
red.
Dude, one shot top red cloud.
Good job.
Cloud dead, two dead. Watch. Yes, right there.
Should have rockets.
Yeah, we do.
That's one red.
New hill.
Red plasma.
Nice job.
Good job.
Someone build. I'll build
Back
for
red.
I got it. Top hill. Get out.
Nobody's back red. Nobody's back red. Do we have that? Do we have red side?
Step it up right here, guys. Let's go.
Do we have
Blue
red
needles.
side?
Blue needles on top blue. Blue needles on top blue. Blue snipe.
Still up.
I got chase hard, man. Watch blue needles. Watch blue needles.
We need to be in this hill.
Might be in the hill, Mike.
Watch out top blue.
Rockets, one dead. Top blue, two top blue, top blue. Two dead.
He's going for both. Or top line now.
Front right.
One shot top blue. Oh, sniper.
Can't get
Get
him.
the sniper.
Got APG.
Nice.
Rockets down. Get him.
There's a guy front red. We got him in
Red.
time. Guys. Two dead.
Watch out.
We gotta be milk, you guys. We have to milk this up.
Top right, five. One shot. He dropped inside. I'm going back blue.
Back red. Red needle's weak. I got 3 shots on APG.
Front right now. Front right now.
I'll stay
Front right
red.
shots.
Two guys pushing.
Two guys in river. Two guys in river.
He's one shot rocket arch. One shot
One
rocket
more.
pocket.
Two one shots.
Two guys there. Two guys on stump.
Nice.
Two on stump.
Three guys in river.
One shot. Blue pass. There's two of them. Top going top blue right now. Weak.
Still there.
I'll get
These
these
guys
guys
out of the fucking help.
We
can help.
Nice. I'll get him. All right.
All right, we're down 50, guys. We got plenty of time. Top blue, weak
Top blue.
ABG.
And then
Oh, that's
bottom
not
creek.
Oh, that's not yeah.
One dead.
Red rocks.
Summer's
Blue
going on 30 seconds.
pistol.
He's blue pistol.
Blue plasma. Blue plasma. One. Nice.
Blue needles.
Dude, punch one shot blue rocks, man. I got killed from that blue. He's one shot on my ass.
Sky back blue.
Yeah, they're back blue.
Intensity, guys. Let's step it up right now. Those
Nice
guys,
job, one dead.
Cyber's going up at 50.
Chase me. Red needles, chase you. Chase you, Austin. Where?
Formal, dude, he's not bottom rocket arch. He's weak.
No teaming blue in 10 seconds, guys. Let's get set up for net help.
Red needles.
fine.
We gotta get this dude hill, guys. 48 seconds. Top hit, Austin. Top blue's still weak. Get your spike. Nice.
Dude, they're back blue. Back blue, I died. He's in the hell already.
We got it. Top blue, I'm behind him. He's not here.
And time is Str8 Rippin's enemy here as T-Squared is going to be taken out. It is mathematically impossible for them to win this. And this is all she wrote for Str8 Rippin as they will fall victim to ambush 3-2-0.
And I think what they really struggled with this game was they let Ambush get time here, they let Ambush get time there, and it really added up now. You see, obviously, mathematically impossible for them to come back with only 24 seconds left, but they let Ambush get a lead, and you can't let a team like Ambush go up ahead so much.
Yeah, and once again, we're seeing as Beaver Creek, King of the Hill, is just unable to be finished throughout the time restraint. This will be close, of course, because Str8 Rippin kind of gave up here at the end, but it doesn't seem as though we're going to see a finish.
Yeah, I think especially we're only going to see teams who are closer to one another, in terms of skill. So I don't see that game type really finishing within the end of this tournament.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Team Ambush. Also, give it up for Str8 Rippin. They played a good match, guys. Come on. All right, well, taking a look at the stats here, we have Formal going 34 kills, 10 assists, 26 deaths. He had a positive 8 ratio. He's doing a good series for Formal.
Yeah,
Didn't do as good at sniping as I wanted him to. I'm going to have a talk with him about that tonight.
All right, you go ahead and do that. Looking at these NOS performance stats, as you said, pretty even across the board. Not really a dominating statistic board here. We have 2 players going -8, however, on Str8 Rippin. That kind of did tell the tale of the game.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have selected it. It will be free for all 2. The list is in front of me, so I will read that off. Strong Side, Assault, Deathy, Best Man, Ogre 2, Enable, Maniac, and Akuzum. You guys will be on the main stage. That is coming up next. Guys, please don't go anywhere because this is the semifinals of the free-for-all, and then we have the finals. You don't want to miss this. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back after a quick word from our sponsors.